And new developments this morning in the investigation of an assault on a federal agent in D.C. that happened as President Trump's crime crackdown began. This video did go viral online earlier this week. That suspect you see running from officers right there has been identified. Wow, boom, right there. You saw where he just threw that sandwich at that agent. This is 37-year-old Sean Charles Dunn, who officials say, of all places, worked for the Justice Department. Well, he has now been fired. Dunn faces several felony charges, including assault. Over the past week, there's been more than 100 agents in D.C., including arrests in D.C., including 45 on Wednesday night alone. At least 29 of those arrests were illegal aliens, and 16 had been suspected of violent crimes. New polling out this morning also shows Trump's crime crackdown in D.C. is very popular despite the rhetoric by progressive D.C. officials.
I think this sort of gives the game away here because Donald Trump is like Air Jordan towering over Joe Biden when it comes to their handling of crime. Look, in 2024, look at where Biden's net approval was on crime. Way underwater there at minus 26 points. It was one of Biden's worst issues. Granted, pretty much every issue was one of Biden's worst issues. And again, look at where Donald Trump is. Way, way, way above Joe Biden. What is that? That's 27 points. So Americans vastly prefer Donald Trump's approach to crime than they did to Joe Biden's. And again, I think it gets back to the point that Americans are far more hawkish on crime than a lot of Democrats want to admit.
Yeah. Meantime, on Capitol Hill, lawmakers have officially introduced legislation for Trump to extend his crackdown. When lawmakers do return from recess after Labor Day, they are expected to vote on a bill to extend Trump's authority beyond 30 days.